Good afternoon or good evening or good morning, depending on where you are around the world. I am Marcus Holmes, the HR Passion Guy. And whether you're joining us here live on LinkedIn Live, on Twitch TV, YouTube events, or Facebook Live, I hope that you will take a moment and click share. Tag 5 of your closest subscribers, connections, or friends, 5 of the more popular ones who might want to join in to find out about taking your brand, your sales, your events to the next level. Are you ready to go into the metaverse? I think you should all be seated. It's Passion Fridays live. Whether you're live with us on Facebook Live, like Valerie Willis and Chantel Michelle Jackson, business owners that are rocking it, or Simone Jo Moore, who is in France, all around the world, I think that if you're ready to take events, ready to take your sales, ready to take your brand presence to another level, you will want to tune in and click share and tag some folks to join us. Our guest today is Mel Tipton, who is going to walk us through a platform. We all should be seated in platforms that are going to take us into the future of events. And this pandemic has been almost a runway, right, to help us to get ready for the next level of events, event planning, networking. And so he is going to walk us through his platform. I'm excited to have him here. Thank you for joining us, Mel Tipton.
Thank you.
I'm so glad
Happy
to
to be
meet you
here.
and glad to have you.
Thank you. Well, it's good to be here and good to present today. Yeah, today I was just going to kind of walk you around our software and show you really what we're doing in the metaverse and how we're assisting companies around the world to put them into the metaverse with their branding and it's that's kind of what I'm wanting to show you today.
Fantastic. And just before you do, tell us, Mel, where in the world are you and what's the weather like there?
Well, I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and I would say the weather is pretty good. It's maybe low 80s.
Okay.
Seems pretty clear out.
Fantastic. And Mel,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit more about your company and how long you've been with the company.
Sure. I've been with the company about a year and a half. AllSeated is the parent company, and we've been around for about 8 years. We got our start really helping meeting planners design in-person events, and that's what really what sparked our 3D product. And then obviously we decided to get into the metaverse, because we knew that companies wanted to take a lot of what they're doing in person online.
Mm-hmm.
And we were actually doing this before Facebook ever announced the metaverse,
Wow.
and that we were already on track to do exactly that. And
Mm-hmm.
so we have branded as the metaverse, and that's our trademark that
Okay.
we're going by.
Okay.
It's we're part of AllSeated's umbrella.
Okay. Fantastic. And so I'm going to say, take it away. I want to make sure that you can share your screen, click the share screen function and take it away.
Okay, very good. Let me just share screen. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
It's asking me to change my settings. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. Okay, tell me when you can see that. No. Oh, it's wanting me to actually quit and come back in, it says.
Okay.
Because I changed my settings.
Okay.
So I guess it'll take me 1 minute to come back online.
Quit and come.
Yeah, I'm on a Mac, and it's asking me. It made me go in and change my access settings, and so because of it, it's actually asking me to quit the browser and reopen it.
Yeah, you might just be able to hit the refresh arrow at the left. It might work that way too. All right, we'll give him a second. Here he comes back in. All right. Let's see if it'll let you share screen.
I don't know why it's blocking me. Let me try this again. Well, shoot. Let me try it on a different machine here. My apologies.
While we're getting that situated, we will just take a quick break. We'll be right back. Here is a message about something that you can help us in the Love and Stuff community do is to celebrate and acknowledge fathers. We're live on Passion Fridays with Mel Tipton, and we'll be right back. We're headed toward Father's Day, and we need your help to celebrate. Hi, I'm Marcus Holmes, the love activist and the founder of the Love and Stuff community. And our objectives for Father's Day are to increase the amount of love and recognition in the world for fathers, and then to inspire conversations and connections of fathers and their children. We need you to send your 3 to 5 minute amazing video about your amazing dad to the Love and Stuff inbox or to mgrmarcus@hrpassion.com. We will feature your video in a special presentation of Love and Stuff on Father's Day, June 19th. You know, there's so much negativity in our world around men and fathers. Will you lend your stories and your voices to Love and Stuff that we might trumpet them together to herald the accomplishments, the personhood, the greatness and legacy of fathers? They are so worthy, so deserving of our honor, recognition, and praise. So I'll be checking the Love and Stuff inbox as well as the email inbox for your wonderful videos. Thank you in advance for helping to make this Father's presentation unlike any other before it. And we're back. Just a brief commercial. If you are interested in lending your voice to help us trumpet the great achievements of fathers, send us that video of your dad or the male mentor in your life, and we will feature those on Father's Day, June 19th in the afternoon. We're here live on Passion Fridays, and we're here with Mel Tipton from AllSeated, telling us about the metaverse. And so I wanted to bring him back on and see if we can share screen functionality now.
I'm getting much closer. Just one second.
Okay, fantastic. And as you're getting closer, how long have you been with AllSeated, Mel?
About a year and a half.
About a year and a half. Okay, fantastic. And what do you think about events going to? Do you expect that more organizations and companies are going to be having events in the metaverse? Is it metaverse for you all? How do you pronounce it?
Well, you can just say metaverse.
Okay, just want to make sure. Do you envision more employers and organizations having more events in the metaverse?
Let's go over the basic phone.
Yes, absolutely. I think that the whole pandemic has opened people's eyes to realizing that a lot of stuff can be done online. That where you don't have to necessarily hop on an airplane to have an onboarding session with a new employee. You can onboard them right inside the metaverse. So a lot of corporations are going to have meeting rooms set up year round now, and we're seeing more and more requests for that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Are we ready? Almost there?
Yeah. Let me just see if it'll let me.
Okay. All right. Looks like it is.
Okay, great. Sorry for the delay.
No problem. Take it away.
Okay, so as you can see, we can completely customize this space. So we can, have music playing. Everybody is an avatar inside the space. The space that you're looking at is completely customizable. So we have 300 or 400 different spaces on file, but we can make you your own space. We've shown up to companies around the world and we've actually scanned their offices and put them online. So, we can do anything you want inside the metaverse to give you your own private branded custom metaverse.
Wow.
And so when people walk up to one another, they can just click on one another and they turn a different color, like you see green here. And then they can just have an ad hoc discussion and start talking amongst each other. You can have up to 17 people in a walk right up and start talking conversation. So it's a great way because, if you're in a metaverse where it's maybe, an onboarding and you're with some new employees or something like that, you can literally just click on them and say, hey, I'm new. What's your name? And you can just go right into a discussion. So it's no different than being there in person. Like you actually got on an airplane, checked into a hotel and made it over to the company. So it's just a little easier.
Cool. And so Can employers or organizations customize what we see? I mean, it's a nice, really nice layout. Tell us a little bit about how you design the layout and how you work with the customer to do something that feels close to their brand.
Sure. We assign a project manager to the customer and we ask them what they want to accomplish. And then we walk them through a couple dozen examples of what it sounds like they want. And then we custom design with their graphics a space that's completely for them. So, I mean, it could be a beach, it could be a scene on a beach, it could be a rooftop, it could be an office building and different offices. It could be anything you want. It could be a trade show. There's, it's limitless.
Got it. So it could be a job fair, even maybe.
It could. Yeah, I have a good example here of a job fair. Let me jump into one here and just show you. So with a job fair, see if I can get in here. There we go. No, it's not going to let me into that. But with a job fair, what we can do, and I'll just tell you, is we can set up different booths for different, different jobs, and you can walk up to, a specific department and maybe talk to them about what the job is and what they're hiring for, and you can actually speak to somebody live. Because as you can see, you're just walking right up to somebody and you're having a discussion. So
yeah. Awesome. And it looks like there's an icon in the center about background music. So you can choose your choice of background music. How does that work?
Yeah, we can go ahead and preload any music you want into the platform. So you as the administrator can play any type of music you want that people can hear. So,
Wow.
And then we've got transports as well. So let's say you want to have, a brand gallery. Okay, well then we can transport people through these teleportings into different areas of their metaverse.
Oh,
So
wow.
maybe they want to have an area that goes over their corporate brand. We could have somebody in here giving a presentation or whatnot. So it's just, we can also have inside this presentation, we can have a video start to play when you get to a certain radius of of a video. So you could say, okay, when somebody gets within 5 feet of a video, it's going to begin to play. And so we can automatically do that for each person that's walking up to something that's loaded with a video. And we can load as many videos as you would like.
And so how many people can be transported in the space? And does the video trigger a new person? Do they have different experiences as they're coming in? Or would the person be walking up to the video already in play?
No. It would start over for each person.
Okay.
So if I walked up to the video 10 seconds after you walked up, I would start it from the beginning.
Got it.
And so, yeah. And then you could, as I said, you could have avatars next to each presentation that can actually field live questions. We have a stage here where you can actually put people on stage. So I can turn on the stage and I can throw guest speakers up here. So I could have maybe 4 guest speakers, 2 on each side. And then on the stage in the middle, I could have my presentation. So what kind of equipment will a typical job seeker need to connect on this platform? Just a PC or a Mac is fine. We recommend, a computer that's at least 5 years has been purchased in the last 5 years, and just a decent internet connection. When I say decent, a couple of megs or higher is fine.
Got it. And so, Mel, to that point, and thanks to Mook for joining us on Facebook, and thanks for sharing. Do you mean that so they couldn't use a tablet or other kind of mobile device? Your recommendation is a laptop or computer?
Well, for a metaverse experience, yes, we do have a phone friendly version, but it's you're not an avatar in the phone. The experience was just too hard to make people move around in the space like you can in a browser. So with the phone version, it's more of a static experience, meaning you can go into sessions, you can talk to people, you can connect with people, but you're not really roaming around like you see me doing now. So it's a
Got it.
little different experience on a tablet and a phone versus a PC or a Mac.
So that the tablet and the phone have that same kind of limited experience. The PC and the Mac have a better experience.
Yeah.
Okay,
And that will probably change in the future, but that's just where we're at right now.
got it. And great question, Tim. Thank you. I hope you will click share. And those that are joining us also on LinkedIn Live, thank you so much. If you drop in the comments your name, I'd love to acknowledge you. We're talking with Mel Tipton from AllSeated, and he's walking us through the metaverse experience that your organization might utilize. As he mentioned, we're on a new plateau, especially because of the pandemic, right? So we're on a new plateau in which people are moving, organizations are moving to connect people who are all around the world. And so
Mhm.
work has changed, the world has changed, and to continue to connect and bring people together, platforms just like All Seated are here. Look, I think is asking, is it Oculus?
We haven't. We're not currently supporting Oculus. We will in the future, but right now we feel that that's not our main target audience. Our main target audience right now is, 95% of the audience is going to be on a PC or a Mac, and they're going to or a phone, and they're going to want that experience through those. So we don't feel that Oculus with our platform is something that we need to run to market with right now.
Okay. Great questions. Thank you for that. And if you have questions on any of the platforms, including YouTube or Twitch TV, drop those in the comments and they'll appear so that we can address them. We're talking to Mel Tipton from All Seated. And Mel, I want to ask you, for that 95%, are you really looking at organizations that want to have meeting spaces, networking events, and the like? Or are you thinking of other things like online receptions and the event planning space? What is that target audience? What's the what's your customer avatar?
Yeah, our target audience is anybody that can have a meeting, event, anything online is our target audience. So really, it could be anything. It could be a cocktail reception. It can
Mhm,
be a corporate meeting
mhm,
in a boardroom. It could
mhm,
be a trade show. It
mhm.
literally we can service any type of company or association that's looking to put something online.
Cool. And I wanted to ask you, how large does the screen go? I bet there are fraternities and sororities who would love to watch games online with people that they can't be physically in space with. So I'm wondering, when you do a video, how large is the screen?
Yeah, you can go full screen
Okay, good.
with our software. So
Fantastic. Fantastic.
yeah,
I want to pivot a little bit so that you can tell us a little bit about the avatars, because avatars are really important for people. I know sometimes you get to just do the video of yourself. Maybe you can do that. Do you also have designs of avatars that people can choose different avatars?
yes, you can change the clothing on the avatars. You can put logos on the avatars. Their name will be above their avatar.
Mhm.
So yeah, we do have some custom design available. So you could have a tuxedo on an avatar or a dress or absolutely. So we can have some custom outfits ready for you on that.
Fantastic. Is there a way that you can show us an avatar as being created? Is there a way to do that now?
I don't know if I have any examples in this demo account,
Okay.
unfortunately, of
Okay.
clothing. So I would say I don't believe I've got one available. But I
Okay.
can take you into some other events and kind of show you what else we're doing. Um,
Okay. And just as you're doing that, Timuk is asking another great question. Are you connected to any public schools or school systems in general, that global education could be impacted by this, right?
yeah, education is definitely on our radar.
Okay.
So we're in discussions right now. I'm not going to name names, but we're in discussions right now with several major universities who feel that this is a great way to do some of what they're trying to achieve.
Mhm. What about even drilling down into public schools? Are you thinking any of the elementary, middle school, and high school, or just post secondary?
I think any of them could benefit from something like this, to be honest.
Fantastic. Great question, Timuk. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about the space you're bringing us into now.
This is just a rooftop, just an example of something that's not as formal, just so I could show you that we can scan this is a rooftop in Mexico that we literally scanned on site. And so we can do, like this one, there's a mixologist we could have at the bar. We could have playing and actually describing a particular drink that he or she is making. We can have a live stage. Here we can make the stage bigger, smaller. We can have a disco ball. So we've done some really cool after parties for a lot of our clients too. That they're not looking to just do some formal setting. They just want their people to be able to get together and socialize. And maybe they've got offices all around the world and they want everybody to be able to get together. Well, what a better way to do it than the metaverse? Because
So I want to ask two questions. One that's popping up. You said something earlier that you scanned this on site. Can you explain that for us, for our viewers, what you meant by scan this on site?
Yeah. We'll just hire a photographer to go on site, and they actually have equipment where they can scan a digital version of the physical site. So that we have an exact replica, and then we can take that, customize it, put their graphics in it, whatever they want. And literally we can make an exact digital replica of somebody's office, for example, or a trade show or anything.
Yeah, I think that's really important for the viewers and business owners, especially because if they want to really give the brand feel, they may want photographs from their office, from their boardroom, from whatever settings that employees would have been familiar with. Or if you're doing an event for a special occasion, wouldn't it be great if you could do the Waldorf or Astoria and do the regalness of one of those hotels if you had the opportunity to do that, and then digitally scan that for someone who wanted to have a wedding reception but couldn't have it there physically.
Right. And we certainly have a lot of hotels on file. So
fantastic.
Then that's a great one that you just mentioned. Let me just open something here. Okay. And let me go to the edge here and show you something kind of neat. So we can also scan the surroundings, or we can superimpose some surroundings into a particular area or event. So for example, if somebody says, well, geez, I want Manhattan in the background, or I want Turks and Caicos in the background, or whatever, we can go ahead and do that, so that when they're looking outside the window, they're seeing exactly what they want to see.
Awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
One of the uses that came to mind, and I had talked to someone else who's been in the space about mindfulness rooms. I can imagine that there are organizations who want to allow employees to have space in the morning where they start their day to have a mindfulness room where they could do yoga and meditation as moments of reflection throughout the day. So do you have any, have you created any spaces like that, meditation, peaceful spaces? And what are your thoughts there?
None that I know of, but we could definitely do that. It just means that I haven't signed a client like that, but that doesn't mean we can't absolutely do something like that. So that's a great idea. And that's something that we could definitely, one of our project managers would love to take on a challenge like that.
Yeah. So I'm not even asking for a commission. You can have that for free, Mel. You can have that one for free.
I wanted to show you something with music actually playing. So I don't know if you can you hear the music?
I can hear the music.
Okay. Yeah. So just an example, we can have some neat music playing
and is that a dance floor?
Yeah, it's a dance floor.
Now, can your avatars move around as if they're dancing? Can they do dance moves?
They can, and we can program the keys to where they can, one key can make them spin around, and so yeah, we can customize their dance experience to how the client wants it.
Yeah. Tamuka's asking another great question. Are you connected to marriage and funeral venues? It will be a great way for participants for families not able to travel.
Not currently, but that's another vertical we need to look at. So yeah. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I think that's an excellent idea. Yeah.
Here's another example of Las Vegas in the background. So
I was going to ask you, what view is that? Oh, that's a gorgeous view.
Yeah. So we can, we can do a lot of, I've got tons of events here, but I'll show you. We actually went on site and we scanned the Ford Museum here. So let me just go into that if I can.
And is this the Henry Ford Museum in Dearborn, Michigan? Is that where you
No,
went?
no, there's one in Israel that we scanned.
Ah, okay.
So I don't know if it's going to take me into that or not. Let me just see. Give me a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Welcome. Let's briefly go over the basic function.
So in this one, you can kind of see it's kind of neat, because you're seeing a very realistic depiction of what it looks like in person. So
yeah. And Tamuk is saying he's available for counsel market creation. He's pitching his services. Interesting. Okay.
That's great.
Wonderful. I love it. I love it. So you again, you did digital scans with this. Is that what this is?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I love it.
Yeah. So, and we're willing to do that for anybody. It adds a little bit to the cost, but if somebody wants a space that's exactly what they're looking for, then we can make their metaverse exactly what they want. So a good takeaway from this is that the metaverse is really whatever their imagination is, because we can design it to, and to what was just put on screen. We have some we work with a lot of consultants that help our clients as well, and we also have a phenomenal staff. So yeah.
Wow. And so going back to thinking about the learning space, do you have things like leaderboards? If someone completes a certain participation level, or will it be that kind of functionality? Or
we have a third party, we have an API where we can connect to third party gaming. And so we've done some gaming, we've done lots of gaming. And so certainly we could connect through our API to a leaderboard, maybe like a scavenger hunt. Sounds like what you might be talking about, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Or they now have micro learning instances, right? So someone could go through several micro learning instances in one learning environment, and the leaderboard would give them scores for percentage of completion kind of scores.
Sure. And that's just the other thing that we could use the API for. Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds great. Do you have any instances of that you can show us here?
I do not of learning. No.
Tell me a little bit more about the gaming. So what kinds of games besides the scavenger hunt?
Well, because we have an API, we can really do whatever you want. We've done a lot of, we've done trivia, we've done photo booths, we've done scavenger hunts, so certainly we can, think outside the box as far as gaming. We work with several gaming companies that
Got you.
That can, so we can definitely do a neat. If you have a specific need, I'm sure we can get there with it.
Got it. Fantastic. We're talking to Mel Tipton from AllSeated, and I think everyone should be seated in a position where you're taking your brand, your sales, your experiences for employees, customers, vendors, your whole ecosystem to another level. And so if you're trying to move in the direction of the metaverse, which much of our world is doing, this is one of the companies that you will certainly want to look at. Can you talk to us a little bit about any differentiating, any of your differentiators that make you stand out in this space?
Yeah, I would say it's this is an extremely customizable platform. I've been on a lot of my competitors' platforms that they're more cookie cutter. This is not. We can customize this to whatever you want. There's a lot of customization that you can do with this platform, and like I said, there's just a lot of people out there that can't say that same thing, and we can. So, with that, I think that a lot of people don't want that 2D experience anymore. They really want they want a 3D experience because they're looking for something different than a Zoom call or or a Teams or something like that. They want to go to something that's different, and we can bring them that. Can bring them a very unique experience. And a lot of the clients that have done events with us, give us phenomenal feedback saying, wow, that was so refreshing. We've been on a year and a half of Zoom calls and this was phenomenal. So.
Okay. And so for your corporate clients, is there, I know each package might be customized, but is there a price range for your corporate clients? Does it depend on the size of the event, or is it an ongoing fee for so many spaces? How is your price model structured?
Well, our price model, we're typically doing a subscription because a lot of my larger corporate clients are doing tons of constant events inside the metaverse. So we customize a space for them that they use over and over again. Occasionally we have to go in and make some slight tweaks, and they give us some refreshed graphics, things like that. But pretty much they're using the same space a lot of the time. And so with that, they're paying a monthly fee. I can say that, a smaller metaverse client could be paying $20,000 a year. A larger metaverse client could be paying $100,000 a year. It really just it depends on how often they plan on using it. Obviously, the more they use it, the more it's going to cost us. So we have to support that with more servers, and so that everything is running the way it should.
So you said 20,000 is on the smaller end.
Yeah.
For a monthly subscription is what you're saying.
Oh, no, not 20,000 a month. Right?
No, I meant annualized. But
yeah, I have some smaller clients paying a couple thousand a month, but my larger clients are paying 8,000 a month, and they have an unlimited. They're in there doing a lot of events.
Okay. And it requires your team to build out each one of those events. So what's the turnaround time?
Not each one. Typically, we build out a space for them.
Okay.
And that space they use over and over again. They use it a lot. Some, we'll have to make some changes here and there, but typically it's the same space because they have multiple uses for that space.
Got it.
Yeah.
And any changes that they want to make, that would be additional if they wanted to add some things to the room or change it.
Yeah, if they need a complete rebuild, we might have to charge them a fee depending on how much time it's going to take one of our graphic designers or one of our project managers. And what I was showing you here is just that we have booths. So we've got small booths. We can do large lifelike size booths as well. So if you have an event where you're going to have some sponsors, then we can definitely feature those sponsors as big, as prominently as you want, or we can give them a smaller sponsorship off to the side as well. So, we can definitely do that. And this goes over to where I was talking about, some people will put these videos in here. So as you walk up, the video begins to play.
Technology research group. We specialize in the field.
Fantastic. And so, some people are starting to get, things are reopening and to some degree or larger degree. And so some people are getting back to more in person. What would you say, besides the reach, right, to be able to reach offices around the country if they have them, what else would you say would be a big advantage of going into the metaverse?
I would say the biggest advantage is accessibility. I mean, let's say the American office and the London office want to have a quick meeting. Well, they don't want to have a Zoom meeting. Maybe they're sick of Zoom meetings. Maybe they want to go into their actual own offices in the metaverse. What better way than to say, hey, I'll see you in our metaverse in 5 minutes? And there's no.
I agree that's the biggest one. What's your second big? Your next to that, I guess I'm asking.
Well, I mean, you can have a completely customized event. So not only can you meet in the metaverse, but you can meet in the metaverse and you could have specific music playing, specific videos playing. You can control the stage. You can have guest speakers on there. You can have panel discussions. You control the environment. So I would say that it's a unique, customized experience that can be done very, very quickly.
Fantastic. We're talking to Mel Tipton from AllSeated, and he's helping you to get seated in the metaverse so that you can have events, easy accessibility, customizable events, meetings, all types of activities, including some gamification. Damascus O'Neill has joined us. Willie Rogers has joined us. Thank you on Facebook. Tyson Yulin has joined us on Twitch TV. Thank you all for joining us. I hope you will click share and tag someone. This is great content and a great opportunity for your organization. If your organization is in the metaverse, thinking about going to the metaverse, understands the value of the accessibility and customizable opportunity for events to engage others, bring brand awareness, engage others around your products and services to increase and accelerate your sales. You want to have a really good look at opportunities in the metaverse, and AllSeated is one of those opportunities. Mel, what else would you tell us about the space that you haven't covered? We covered good ground at that. I
That's what I'm
love
showing
that
you
it has
now.
the
Is the
video.
stage. The stage is excellent. So we've got
Yeah.
all these controls off to the left here. They're
Mhm,
easy to do. So
mhm,
you go in, you activate the stage, and then you can force everybody into the stage.
mhm,
So let's say you've got a feature presentation and you want the entire audience at the stage.
mhm,
And you can turn it on, you can hit force, and it will put the entire audience inside here. Then I can
mhm,
control all 5 of these monitors. And we can set up as many monitors as you want. But
mhm,
so I can go in here and I can put myself in any of these squares that I want. I can invite guest speakers up here. I can have panel discussions. So this is a great way to be able to communicate with your audience. And we have made the controls very, very user friendly.
mhm.
So I figured these out the first day I was on the job. So they're not difficult. It's a great way to go in. Maybe I want to throw a PowerPoint on the stage, then I can have a PowerPoint at the ready. So there's a lot I can do here to quickly control my environment.
Awesome. I love that. And, I can imagine in some organizations who still have town halls or listening tours, this would be great for the CEO to allow
Mhm.
people to gather and be able to send out that new product description, the new messaging, new branding that they want to unveil and unroll.
Yeah, absolutely. And it can be a pre-recorded message. Let's say the CEO doesn't want to go live. Let's say he or
Mhm,
she wants to be pre-recorded.
mhm,
Then we can make it look live so
mhm,
that they could try a few takes so that
mhm,
they feel comfortable.
mhm,
Or we can do a live feed. We can do an
mhm,
RTMP live feed. Accept something like that. So they have a lot of options. We can preload videos,
mhm,
PowerPoints, PDFs, whatever they need at their disposal, or they can
mhm.
share right off their computer.
Excellent. Sounds great. I
Yeah,
wanted to ask you also, when you're in the metaverse and you approach someone else, can you go into a space where it's just the two of you to have one-on-one discussion?
you can, and you can also share screens with one another.
Mm,
So I can go into a room with somebody. I can share a screen. We can go through a whole proposal.
mhm,
Just me and that person.
mhm.
So as soon as you go on video with somebody, you have the controls that'll appear to share screen with someone.
Got it. And it would just be the two of you. Show me one more time how you transported into another room. I thought that was really cool. The individual transports themselves into the room by going into that area. I think it was in another space that they
Yeah, it was in
portrayed.
a different space, but
Yeah.
yeah, we have transports that just take people into different spaces. I don't
Mhm.
believe I have any in this event, but let me walk
Okay.
down here and look. No, I don't. So I can go
Okay.
into a different event if you want. But just to describe it, when
Mhm.
you go into a transport, it can take you to anywhere you'd like. So you could
Mhm.
go from a situation like this to being on the beach in Maui. I mean,
Mhm. Mhm.
we can do anything you'd like
Mhm.
as far as being able to take people. Um, just depends on the type of metaverse you're setting up.
Got it. So in a reception event, you could have a room that's a dance floor, a room that's a coffee chat room, kind of that people could be transported out of from the main room.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
basically anything. Awesome.
Don't know if I've got any that, let me just have to refresh this to get out of this event.
Okay.
Let me turn the volume down. It gets really loud. Give me a second.
Okay.
Welcome.
Okay.
Let's briefly go over the basic
Still
function.
loud. Okay, so in here I'm transporting into a room that we did for the Motion Picture Sound Editors Awards.
Wow.
So I just kind of wanted to show you a cool space that we put together for them.
That must have been
And
intimidating
you
because
can
they're
see
used to
in
this
here.
kind of work.
Let me go to the, I'm going to go all the way to the glass just so I can show you.
Okay.
And we did Manhattan in this background.
Got it. Now, was that intimidating since you were doing it for a group that's probably very familiar with sound and motion and this type of work?
No, I thought our team did a phenomenal job. If you want to know
Okay.
the truth, they were up for the challenge, and it was a pretty neat deal. So
Cool.
it worked out well. We got a lot of compliments.
Fantastic.
Yeah. What other questions do you have?
Well, I think you've
Let's
covered
see.
great ground. And I imagine in all of the spaces that you've shown us, Mel, is that you can have video, right? So you could have live video or pre-recorded video with as many screens in a space as might be appropriate for that space. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, we can have as many video screens going on as you want. So
Yeah.
that's kind of the what I think is really neat about that is that
Mhm.
with this platform, we're not limited. Like, okay, you can only have 5 video screens.
Got it.
There's no limit.
Got it. And they can be motion activated or forced. What are the options there?
Yeah, motion activated, or you can have you walk up. Let's say you get within 5 feet.
Mhm.
So it's typically, yeah, I would say, motion is correct. What you were saying.
Yeah. Okay.
When you get within a certain, you know, a certain range that you have set, then it'll go ahead and play.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Go ahead. All right. We're talking with Mel Tipton from AllSeated. Mel, tell us how can organizations, CEOs, companies, individuals get in touch with you if they're interested in your services?
Sure. I'd love it if they sent me an email. It's Mel, MEL. All right. I guess I can put it in chat here, right?
Yep, you could.
Let me figure out how to leave it chat.
Or you tell me and I'll type it in.
Sure. It's Mel, MEL.Tipton, TIPTON,
Mhm.
at metaverse.com, MEETAVERSE.com.
All right. That's the email address. And I assume the website is metaverse.com.
It's metaverse.com.
Metaverse.
Yeah. We just went live with the new site. So it's metaverse.com. And there's a lot of videos on this website that can show you. We've got some pricing on there. You'd mentioned pricing, so you can go and take a look. It'll go during the video. It'll show you a lot of clients that we've done. We've done things for 7-Eleven, Sephora, some big, large names out there, Ford. So, definitely it'll take you through a lot of that. But if you want some more detailed information, definitely reach out to me directly and we can set up a demo and I can kind of custom tailor it to what you're looking for.
Awesome. Well, Mel, I want to thank you so much for sharing with us, demoing for us the metaverse platform from AllSeated. We're excited. What we've seen, I think, is great, and I hope that others that are ready to go into the metaverse will choose AllSeated and metaverse as an option. Um, if for no other reason, they seem to be very customizable to
Yeah,
build.
and just so people know out there, it doesn't take, a super long time to set up a metaverse for you. We can get it done in 3-4 weeks.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
I don't want people out there to think, geez, that's going to take a long time. Probably. No, not at all. We've got an excellent team, and we can have something put together in a month for you, no problem.
Sounds great. Well, Mel, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate you joining us and showing us more about the company. Any parting words that you want to share about the organization?
No, just that we would love to take on more challenges. Bring us any type of challenge you have. We would love to talk to you about it. If not, we'd love to consult with you and see what we can put together. But definitely reach out to me, and I appreciate everyone's time today.
Thanks, Mel. Thanks for joining us.
All right, bye bye.
I want to say from an HR standpoint that organizations are really looking for differentiators that help their brand presence be elevated, bring more awareness to it, more awareness to their products and services. And if you think about what the pandemic has told us, is that there is a lot of connection and engagement that we can do online or in a metaverse or metaverse than what we've ever done before. And if you're an organization that's seeking to take your brand to the next level, that is one of the big differentiators, being able to connect to people in ways that they feel connected, even though they may be far away. Employee engagement is driven by people feeling connected, that they belong to the organization. And in every way and in every area that you can drive connection, you can really deepen the engagement, not only of your employees, but of stakeholders and customers, clients, and others. And so it might be a great idea to take a look at companies like AllSeated in the metaverse, and determine how it might be customized to meet your needs, from onboarding to town halls, from listening tours to decision making and strategic retreats to uh, receptions and cocktail hours, coffee chats, all of the things that you utilize to drive engagement and connection. And that's no slight on Microsoft Teams or Zoom. But if you want something different, a different experience, a more virtual experience that is interactive, where you can have APIs from gamification platforms. Tim brought out some great points about learning platforms, where you can really have people in an immersive experience. It is a differentiator for organizations in this current day and time and space, and probably for the many days and years ahead. Think about what will help to position you as an individual solo entrepreneur, solopreneur, entrepreneur, sole proprietor, or large corporation, and everyone in between. What will be the differentiator in your engagement to drive sales, accelerate sales, to deepen connection to your products and services, and engage your employees? If it is immersive experiences, it might be time that your passion leads you to doing something different. This has been a wonderful Passion Fridays. I am appreciative of your time, and I hope that you will do two things: that you will click share and tag several people. The and means that that was two things, so I'm gonna add a third, and that you will check out All Seated and see if their products and services align with your vision, values, and mission to drive engagement among your stakeholders, customers, and the like. I'm Marcus Holmes. You can always follow us here on LinkedIn Live, from which we're emanating today, or via Restream on Facebook Live, the Love and Stuff community page or Marcus R. Holmes page. On YouTube events, the HR Passion Guy, and Twitch TV, HR Passion Guy. And you can connect with us at hrpassionllc.com. Have a grateful weekend. We're on a self-care journey, a 12-month journey. And in this brand new month of June, it's all about gratefulness. And of course, you're going to hear a lot from me about gratefulness because I have a book entitled The Gratefulness Journey Every Day. What are you doing in the next 30 days to transform your life? I challenge you that if you're not spending moments of gratefulness, do it in the next 30 days and watch your life change. It is a game changer. And I invite you to go to Amazon and purchase that book. It is still available for you to purchase there on Amazon. We'll be all month long talking about gratefulness. We started this journey in January with sleep. First thing of the year, we're talking about sleep. Yes. Starting your day after having a rejuvenated, I'm closing my eyes, right? A rejuvenated, refreshing night of sleep. And we talked about that. February, we talked about eating right. In March, we talked about marching into physical fitness and activity. And we had Corey Beelan, who owns a company out of Washington, D.C. And you may be familiar with his name from the TV show Ready to Love that was on the Oprah Winfrey Network. He gave us a 6-minute ab workout. And then we marched out of March and went into April setting healthy boundaries, learning when to say yes to yourself and no to other things and other people that don't serve you well. We went into May all about treat yourself. And boy, did we not overindulge, but we indulged in treating ourselves because self-care is your love and gratefulness speaking to your worthiness. And now we're in June, all about gratefulness. We invite you to join us on the 12-month journey, and we'll drop a link in the comments if you are interested in joining that journey, where you can join us on that journey. We promise not to inundate you with content, but we want to provide you meaningful content so that you will have pursued the best you in 2022. Have a grateful weekend, and we hope to see you soon. If not in the metaverse, we will see you soon in the LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitch TV, and YouTube verse. See you soon and take care.